Hi, my name is Liz, and my horse Cleo has lived here at back of Beyond Equine Centre for just almost 9 years. She was purchased at an auction where she was likely going to go for meat, unfortunately, and neighbors had purchased her just because they saw something that they liked about her. Her energy obviously spoke to them as well, but the prudent thing to do when you get a new horse is not to introduce it immediately to the herd. So I didn't have any horses at my farm because we were planning on selling. So they asked if they could bring her to stay with me in quarantine for a couple of weeks until they were sure that she was healthy and the vet was able to see her. So I hadn't had horses in my life for about 5 years, and I was pretty wary about even going out to see her or talk to her. It was like I'd look out my kitchen window and there she'd be out in the paddock, and I'd be like, yeah, there's a horse out there. Do you really want to go down that road again? I've had 3 horses in my life. The second one was a beautiful standardbred named Lady, and unfortunately she died very suddenly, and the veterinarian believed that she'd had an anaphylactic reaction, so she actually fell on me and broke my arm and died immediately in the stall. So I was broken. So to welcome and open myself up to have another horse in my life was a huge hurdle for me, and I don't think I would have been able to do it had I not come to Back and Beyond. I magically found this place because I'd been given a gift certificate for a sleigh ride, and Cleo was living at another farm where I was boarding her. I owned her for about 8 months, and we were struggling. I really wasn't sure whether I was able to give myself over again to having a horse in my life, and I wanted it to be different from how I'd done things before. I knew that there was a different way, a way to feel connected. I didn't want to dominate. I didn't want to impose my will. I don't even think I wanted to use the word ownership. Being able to be here and have the time and the space and the quiet without an agenda, with Kathy's guidance and learning about horse body language and why they respond and why they're so open to being in partnership with us, really started to change my relationship with Cleo. You know, Cleo feels if I'm tense, you know, head up. What's going on with you, Mom? Like, I know she feels it. So, you know, think about the anxiety I was dealing with for that kind of thing, and that Cleo still was able to trust me enough to let me lead her around and stand for me and do all those things when I really was so frightened. You know, being on that edge of fear and pushing yourself through the fear in order to get stronger, to heal, to start to build a connection not only with a horse or a person, but also with yourself, and to become self-aware. I don't think that would have happened if Cleo hadn't come into my life. I know as soon as I pull in the driveway, Cleo knows I'm here, and she would stand there and stare at me. So I go and get her, I take her in, I talk to her, and I groom her, and grooming is such a lovely way to connect with your horse. They feel your heartbeat, you feel theirs. I actually feel the weight of my day sort of falling off me when I'm in that stall grooming. Sometimes we sit for a while out on a trail, and I'll sit on a rock and I'll let her graze, and it's just peaceful, and I feel that she and I are just connected, and I express my gratitude to her for her being in my life, and I would like to think she does the same thing, because she's chosen to be in partnership with me as I have with her. Honestly, she has opened up a whole new world to me, and I'm so grateful for that.